Roadshow. This is our weekly edition of the weekly video blog that we're going to bring to you each and every week from now on. At least I'm looking forward to doing that for you. Before we get going in this week's episode, let's talk about some important news that we're going to bring to you. I got a lot to discuss here in this short little blog. First, I want to talk about the MMA Roadshow has officially taken over Alabama MMA News. AlabamaMMA.net has been officially changed over to the MMA Roadshow.net, and this website is where you can read articles, you can read stories. We'll have pictures up there. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to post some videos. Each and every person that visits the site can have their own profile on our page. You can join for free. Once you become a member, upload your profile picture so everybody will know who they're talking to, and then you can join the forum pages. At the same time, the MMA Roadshow is taking over the Alabama MMA profile page, and the profile page will be converted over, or has been converted over, to the MMA Roadshow billboard. I believe that's right. That will take place immediately. The Alabama MMA fan page will stay up for a little bit longer to promote Alabama events. Right now we have Strike Card. I think that's the only promoter we have currently hosting shows right now, so we're going to keep that up for a little while to help Strike Card, to help Alabama keep their MMA presence. The MMA Roadshow fan page is a brand new page that just started, and it is where you'll be able to see event photos, videos, our weekly blog, live fight results. This is the only page that you'll be able to see this on. You will not be able to see it on the profile page for the Roadshow, so make sure that you like the fan page and going over and befriend the profile page. With regards to some recent news, some recent events, last weekend we had the pleasure of going on the road for Atlas. We went to Atlas 16 at the Vicksburg, Mississippi, excuse me, at the Lady Luck Casino. Some highlights that I wanted to go over briefly. We were sitting cage side. It was an incredible 11-fight show that took place. We thought we had a knockout of the night with 145 amateur bout of Chris Ortiz versus Jared Gonzalez. This was an unbelievable knockout. Chris threw a leg kick that just collapsed Jared. Like I said, we thought that was going to be the knockout of the night, when in fact it ended up being a tie for knockout of the night against Pat Partridge and Jesse Davis. Both of these were unbelievable knockouts that just shocked the audience and shocked the crowds. This week we have some events going on. Last night we had Caged Chaos, which was presented by Battle Zone Promotions over in Patterson Civic Center in Louisiana. Please go visit our friends at Louisiana Fight Club. They've got all the information regarding last night's fight. Tonight we have Strike Card Productions bringing you Strike Card 28 at the Zamora Temple in Birmingham, Alabama. They had 15 fights originally scheduled, including Big John Ivy against Jerry Carroll. That fight got dropped off, and John wanted us to know that he's very excited. He was very honored. There was a personal issue with Carroll. He couldn't make the fight, but John is moving forward, moving on. A lot of people in the South has insinuated that they would like to see Dylan Kleckler take on Big John. There's another possibility where people have been asking for, I think it's John Brown, to step forward. John doesn't care. John's a super nice guy. Doesn't bother him. He's ready to take on the challenge no matter where it takes him. He's going to keep training just as always. Well, another fight that's happening for Strike Card this weekend, that's basically their main event. It's going to be an incredible fight with a former Bellator fighter who is a wonderful person within himself. Chris Davis is going to be taking on Teddy Holder. This is going to be a really good fight. This will be the first fight in a long time for Chris Davis. Chris came back from Bellator, opened up his own gym, Gamma Fitness, in Gadsden. Super nice fellow over there in Gadsden. Some of the other highlighted fights is Matt Elkins versus Corey Jones, Noah Parsons versus BJ England. Josh Bowlin versus TJ Slayer. I mean, there's just tons of people on this fight card. It's going to be a really good show tonight. Going into the Florida events happening this weekend, actually happening right now over in Fort Walton Beach, is the 5th annual Northwest Florida Grappling Tournament at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. This has got a lot of sponsors, including MMA Solutions Global, Capital. They've just got a lot of people supporting this group. This is an annual event once a year, like I said. On August the 17th in Louisiana, we'll see Lafayette versus the World 2 at the Hilton in Lafayette, Louisiana. Alabama events, we'll see Strike Card come back once again. This will be the first time that they head down to Orange Beach. They're going to the Orange Beach Event Center, which is basically the wharf at Orange Beach. On the same weekend, we'll see Atlas Fights return to Biloxi. Atlas 17 is what this one's going to be called. It's going to be at the IP Casino Resort and Spa in Biloxi. Some of the highlighted fights for this fight, the main event is going to be another incredible fight between Pat Mandillo versus Charlie Rader. And people remember Charlie being on season 13 of The Ultimate Fighter. Charlie's going to return to Atlas and fight again. This is going to be really cool. Cody Phillips versus John LeBlanc. Brock Weaver is going to be taking on Ben Westmore. Probably the two fights that everybody's really looking forward to is two female fights that's going to take place between Mickey Rogers and Delaney Owens. Mickey is out of Bay St. Louis. Mickey's out of the Alan Belcher camp. He's going to be taking on Delaney Owen, who is from Highlander MMA, and Gracie from South Tampa. We know both these ladies, and we've actually got a chance to watch Delaney not long ago in a seminar, and she's just a wonderful person. And great fighter. The other fight is going to be Brianna Smith taking on Steffi Oblesunder. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. But that's two great female fights that's going to take place on the 17th, which is next weekend. We're going to be bringing you live fight coverage from the fights. MMA Roadshow is once again going to be on the road. Headed down to Atlas to the IP Casino. Weigh-ins are going to take place Friday in the Chill Bar. I believe it's going to be 8 o'clock. So if you're in the area, make sure you come by the Chill Bar and hang out with us and watch all of the weigh-ins take place. Come meet and greet the fighters, get autographs from Charlie Rader, Pat Mandillo, get autographs from anybody. The girls would love it for you to come by and speak to them. On Saturday, August the 24th, Strike Hard is coming back for their 4th event this month. This time it's going to be Strike Hard Grappling. Strike Hard Grappling is going to take place at the Thompson High School in Alabaster, Alabama. Over in Georgia, you'll see the return of Coliseum at the Multiplex in Atlanta, Georgia. September, let's move into September a little bit. That takes place of all the August fights. So moving into September, I'm going to briefly discuss just a few things. September 6th in Florida, you'll see Island Fights 24 at the Pensacola Bay Center in Florida. Tito Ortiz versus John Bellafleur. Lester Blackmore versus Shante Williams. Craig McAlpine, Craig's a friend of ours, versus Brock Weaver. Brock's also a friend of ours. Byron Bird, many people know Byron Bird from the M1 Global Series. Byron Bird's going to come back and take on MMA Master Sorensen. Sanzera, excuse me, it's hard to say that. Brian the Line McVeigh versus Dylan Backboy Kleckler. That's going to be your main event. This is an all-pro event. Very few people have been able to pull this off. I believe this is the second time Island Fights has done this. This is 13 fights taking place in Pensacola on the 6th. Saturday, September 14th, over in South Carolina, a friend of ours, Jared Williams, is with Conflict MMA Promotions. He's bringing back Cage Fight 13. One of the notable fights on this is Joe Elmore versus Jeremy Severin. Chad Booth is also on the card. Skyker Huffman, Mike Hazard, and Farrah Joe. September 28th in Florida, Rumble at the Ancient City. This is their Fall Brawl series that takes place in St. Augustine, Florida. One of the other fights I forgot to mention on September 14th is Fist and Fins 3 at Margaritaville on the 14th of September. taking place for Fight Force International. This will take place in Biloxi. Some fight teams that are going to be represented there are going to be Alan Belcher's camp, Bad Company MMA, Deep South MMA, Dixon's Dungeon, Gracie, Relentless, Shogun MMA, and Team Torment. So they look like they're going to have a full fight card. In closing, folks, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to the MMA Roadshow, period. We're very honored to have you come follow us on Facebook. Make sure that you like us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, and most importantly, realize that we need to help you. We want to help you, but we need your help. From the fighter level to the promoter level, fighters, message us. Let us know what's going on in your life. Let us know what you're training, where you're training. If you're cross-training in other gyms, share it with us so we can share it with the public. Promoters, make sure that you send us your promotional posters, your fight cards, anything we can do to help promote your show on Facebook. Let us know. Social media is the key to everything. So let us help you. Lastly, I'd like to tell you that we do sell advertising and sponsorship for the Roadshow. If you would email us at mmaroadshow@gmail.com, we can send you a sponsorship package and let you know about our advertising opportunities. Our newest sponsor for this month is Killer Buzz. We'd like to thank Killer Buzz for coming on board. Visit us at mmaroadshow.net, and you can see the Killer Buzz on the homepage, and click on them, and it'll take you straight to their website. Until next week, we will be at Atlas Fights, so we're looking forward to that. We'll be at the Chill Bar Friday night. Come hang out with us. Come hang out with the fighters, Charlie Rader, everybody, all the girls, everybody. Come hang out with us, get your autograph signed, meet and greet everybody. The fights are Saturday night, so we'll see you then. Until next week, stay tuned for the MMA Roadshow coming to you Friday of next week. Thank you so much. Until then, bye.